Okay, in this video, I'll be teaching you how to do a question. The question is development. The question says the figure shows a truncated hexagonal pyramid. Draw full size in first angle orthographic projection. Draw full size in first angle projection. A. The given view. B. End view in direction of the arrow y. C. Plan. And D. Surface development with T to T as a scene. Now when a question comes in development and it says T to T as a scene, it means the development will start from T to T. So quickly, let's draw the question. You've seen there. So to get this question accurately, first of all, I'll be drawing a center line. Long dash, short dash, 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 long dash. That's my center line. Then I'll pick a point as the base of the pyramid and I will draw a straight line. I'll draw a straight line to get the base. The diagram, you can see the diagram up there. The base of the pyramid is 52. So I'll draw a straight line 52. 52 divided by 2 is 26. But meanwhile, let's just draw a straight line. We can determine the length of each side later. Now it's 52, which is supposed to be 26 on both sides. So I have from this point, this point, you can see that the height of it is 60. Total height of it is 60. But I'll be marking other points as well along instead of just coming back later for a different thing. Total height of it is 60, which is this point. But at a point you can see the 20. You can see at the point 20. So from this point is 40 going up. So let's take that distance. 40, and 20, 30, and this is 40. Okay, I've marked the two distance already. So be prepared. Then I will make it to become a pyramid. It will be looking like a triangle because this is the orthographic view of it. So this is it. So what are we to do next? Next thing we have to do is, at this point I'll be drawing a straight line showing the region of cut of truncation. You can see that. Then the question says at this point it will be cutting at 30 degrees. So at 30 degrees I will do that. My ruler is customized. I customized my ruler to also have 30 degrees on it and 60 degrees, and you can select like, so I'll be using a protractor. So from with this point at center, I'll be drawing a line of 30 degrees at 30 degrees. Straight line on straight line, center on center. Then 30 degrees. There it is. You can see that. So I'll have to outline the main area for the development. So that is the question, but it's incomplete yet. Why the question is incomplete? Because of there are two lines missing, which you can see up there. So how do I obtain those two lines? I have to draw the plan. First of all, how do I go about the plan? I'll pick my radius from the center. So let's label here A, here B, and here O. So I'll pick my radius OA or OB. I'll pick my radius OA or OB. Then come down to the center line and draw a circle. Then draw a circle. That's the circle. So I'll be dividing the circle into 6 equal parts since the question is a hexagon. But before I divide the circle, there's something you need to take note of. You can see two lines coming from the hexagon. Two lines coming from the hexagon from the question up there, which is coming from this point and this point. That tells you that my hexagon will not start from this. There must be a center line, so my hexagon should be in this manner to show the point of those two lines that are projecting upward. So I'll be drawing a radial center line. So with center on center, straight line on straight line, I'll be dividing it into 6 equal parts. 360 divided by 6 will give you 60 on each side. So I have 60, I have 120. Okay, that's complete. So I'll have it this way. You can see that. So let me bring out the hexagonal base. I can see that. Then what we'll do next is I will projecting lines to the pyramid up here from the plans, from this point and from these two even points, and from this last point. I'll be projecting parallel lines to this. See that. Then from this point where this line intersects, I'll be projecting it up to the apex. This is the apex. This is the apex of this pyramid. You can see that. Now this is the plan, but it's not a complete plan yet because it's not showing the cut which is up here, which you can see up here. So what I'll be doing next is from every point of intersection I'll be drawing back lines again for me to get this plan up here accurately. From this point of intersection I'll be drawing lines, parallel lines coming back to the plan from this point, and this point. So let's quickly draw those lines. Okay, so it's coming back. Now this line coming from here is coming from this particular line, which is at the base. That means it will be intersecting in this particular line, so it mark it immediately. The next point is this line is coming from here. That means it will be intersecting on these two lines, on the twin line you're seeing here. So let's draw that. Remember, they're all parallel lines. So it's intersecting at this point, on this point on the twin line. Then let's go to this last point of it. Now this line is coming from this twin line, so you should be intersecting on the twin line, which is at these 2 points. Then the last which is intersecting on this last point. Now you can see the points very well, so you merge those points with straight lines. So this region you're seeing here is this cut you're seeing up here, if you're looking at this object from above. So what are we doing? I have to hatch it since it's cut off. I have to hatch that region. Remember, your hatching line is about 3 millimeters apart from each other and must be parallel lines. They must be parallel lines. So that is the region that was being cut off. You can see up here. That's the region. Okay. Then what to do next? Since the question says we should make a plan, but the question didn't say a complete plan. It didn't say a complete plan. If I was to make a complete plan, I will also be projecting lines from this point, this point, this point, and this point. I'll also be projecting lines. But for the benefit, I think I should also do that to make it a complete plan. So take note of where the lines will be intersecting themselves. So it's intersecting here. It is intersecting at this point and at this point. This is intersecting at this point and at this point, and the last point, which you can see, is intersecting exactly at the end of it. You can also outline that region. So this is the complete plan. This outline region is the complete plan. That is exactly what you will see if you're standing above this object, looking at it, above this pyramid, looking at it. This is exactly what you will see, the highlighted part of it, not this region. Okay, so this is this for the plan and for the given view, which is in the question. So what we'll be going quickly next to is the surface development. Okay, remember the question says, if we're standing at this point looking at this diagram, what are we going to see? So let's go for the surface development first. Now, to get to surface development, you draw a plane from the apex. you draw a plane from the apex. At the coordinate angle, you draw your plane. So that's my plane. You can see that. Take a compass. We center the apex. We center as the apex. I'll be drawing arcs. I'll be drawing arcs from this point. From 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'll be drawing arcs from those 5 points. So we center as the apex. So you can see my arcing. You remember this method of development is called angular development. This method is what we call angular development. So get your divider, and pick the radius, any radius from your plan. Pick any radius from your plan. On the main hexagon you're seeing there, pick any radius of it. Pick any of the radius, any of it. Then step it out 6 times from your plane. From your plane, step it out 6 times on your arc. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now from all those points you stepped out, draw straight lines to the apex. Now you can see that I've drawn the point. Now the question says using T to T as a seam. Now looking at the question up there, you have this point as T and you have this point as T. Now where the T intersects T, where did the 2 arcs coming from the 2 T's intersect your plane? Is intersecting at this very point and this very point. That means that is the region where you're going to start your development from. So quickly, to avoid confusion, just draw your straight line to show that that is the first point of your development. So that's the line. Now looking at this, let's look at this point. From this point T, your truncation is coming downward, is going downward, which is from this point it's coming down to the next arc here. You can see it. And from this point it's coming down to the next arc, which is this. And from this point it's coming down to the last arc, which is this. You also apply the same technique here. So I'll be drawing straight line from this point on my plane down to this arc, from this arc down to the next arc, from this point and down. So after achieving these points, which is this and this, now at this point it has reached the end, so it has to be going back up again. So it will be going from this point to the next point of intersection, which is this. You can see that. And from that point it will be coming up to the next, which is from this to this next point, and from this to this point, and from this to this point. You can see that they join the straight line to the end of the T again. So that's what I'll be drawing. Let's quickly join those points. You can see that. Then this point was being truncated in a straight line, and whenever a cone or a pyramid of this nature is being truncated like this, it will form a circular object. So I'll be drawing lines in this manner, just straight lines to every point here. Now this is the development. Then I draw these lines to show the lines of the pyramid. Now this is it. That is the complete development. Why is this the complete development? Why is there not a circle down here or a hexagon down here to show the base? It's simply because from the question, the base of this pyramid was truncated off. It was cut off. So there's no need of showing any development of it down here. So this is the complete development of it. So the next question, which we'll be going to is the last part of it, that says draw end view in direction of RY. This is my RY. So how will you draw the end view in direction of RY? For us to achieve that, you have to draw a line of 45 degrees. Then we'll start doing mirror lines. 45 degrees, I will show what I mean by mirror lines. So let me just get my 45 degrees from here. Center on center, straight line on straight line, don't forget that. 45 degree, which is this. That's my 45 degrees. Now, what I mean by mirror line is that lines will project from this point to this line 45 degrees, and from this point projecting up to the other direction. So let's quickly do that. I'll be projecting lines from, since I'm to draw the surface development of this, I'll be projecting lines from this point, this point, this point, which is a twin point, this point to this. So let's start with that first. That's one. From this point, this point is the center line. From this point, and from this point, you can see that. So I'll be projecting it up to this line. So I should extend this line. That's the center line. You can see that. I'm not done there. I'll also be projecting lines from this region of cut, that means from this point, which is a twin line, which is 1, and from this point. So let me also do that. Why I'm projecting lines from there is to show how the cut will look like from that point if it will be shown. Now, height of this pyramid is 60. So I pick the height 60. So I've gotten the apex. Then I project these lines to the apex. From the last 2 points first. Then I'll be drawing lines as well from here to that point. So this is the first line I'll be drawing, which is a straight line. You can see that this is the next line, the next point. This is the next. And this is the next. It doesn't just end there. I also projecting these lines to the apex as well, and they are meant to intersect at different points with these lines. That will show you the region of cut of what it will look like when you're standing at this point looking at this. You can see that. Now I know you'll be wondering why I'm not drawing projection lines from this particular 2 points. Why I'm not drawing projection lines from those 2 points particularly is because this part will not be shown clearly. This part, the point of the cut here will not be shown clearly if you're standing here looking at it. You will see it as a straight line up here. That's why I'm not drawing any line from it. In case you were wondering. Okay, so I'll be drawing my lines in this manner. This point is this point you're seeing. So I'll be drawing lines from this point to this point going upward, and from this point to this point, then from this point to be ending here, that means to be coming down here. From that point it's coming back here, and from this point it's coming down here. You can see that. So let me draw the line. You can see that this is the cut you'll be seeing if you're looking at it from this part. That means this region that was cut is what you'll be seeing. So let me hatch it first of all before I continue. this is the chord. Then look at this point met here. So I also have to show that which is this and this, then a straight line. So this is exactly what you'll be seeing if you're standing at this point looking at this truncated pyramid. This is exactly what you'll be seeing. This is in the direction of arrow y. This is it. That's view, end view in the direction of arrow y. This is complete plan. This is giving elevation. And this is surface development. So that is the question. That's the product of all the construction. So we can take a little glance of it, a clearer glance. You can see that this is the given elevation. This is the complete plan. This is the surface development, and this is the end view in direction of ROY. So you can see that clearly. Thank you. That is the construction of a hexagonal pyramid with the surface development, end elevation in the direction of the arrow Y, and as well the complete plan of the hexagonal pyramid. Please, if you have any question, please make sure you drop a question in the comment section. When I get online, I will check a question and make sure I give a quick response to your question. And if you have any question about any construction you would like to learn, any drawing you would like to learn, you can also drop it in the comment section. When I come online, I will see possible means of making sure I create that video for your advantage. Thank you so much. I see you in Apex Streams.